Guys, welcome back for another video. Today I'm gonna walk you through how to make a beautiful kumquat and tangerine roll. You're gonna wanna stick around for this one. Growing up, my mom used to make these beautiful orange rolls around Christmas time. I'd wake up and the whole house would just smell of bread and just opening gifts and sitting down eating these delicious ooey gooey rolls. Oh, they're so good. So Mom, if you're watching, this one's dedicated to you. Okay guys, first up we need to make our dough. So having everything in its place is called mise en place. It's a French term for literally having everything in its place. Very important when you're making a recipe that you have all your ingredients together. That way you can just bang it all out at once. That way you're not, looking for this, running around. You want to minimize your steps and really work smarter. So I'm going to show you how to make the dough right now. Let's go. All right guys, so we want to go in with our wet ingredients first. We're just going to go ahead and put everything in the bowl here. So we got 200 grams of milk. We got 2 eggs, then 8.3 grams of dry yeast, and then we'll go ahead and go in with our dry. So I have 600 grams of bread flour, organic. Down a little bit, that might help. And then we have 50 grams of sugar, also organic, 200 grams of unsalted butter, and then 10 grams of kosher salt. And then we want to mix this on low speed to start for about 4 minutes. And then once that's all mixed in, then we'll go ahead and raise the temp to medium and mix it for another 8 minutes. All right, looking good. So now we'll increase the speed up to medium. We'll let that go for another 8 minutes. All right, 8 minutes are up. Got a beautiful smooth dough. And once that's done, you want to just knead it maybe a couple more times just to bring it together. And then we'll let this proof until it doubles in size, depending on the temperature in your house. Could be 45 minutes, could be 2 hours if it's a little bit colder. So I got the oven going, getting it ready to cook these rolls off. So hopefully we'll be good to go in about 45 minutes. So we'll see. Then we'll go ahead and plop that into our bowl. We'll be good to go in about 45 minutes. All right, so first up, let's go ahead and take our peeler. We'll just go ahead and peel these right off. And you want to peel too hard, because you don't want to pull out that white pith. You don't have to. A light peel, don't be too aggressive with it. And then go ahead and save these tangerines, because we're gonna add these to the icing as well. We'll go ahead and juice these so we won't waste it at all. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take all this white part out, because that's going to be super bitter. So what we'll do is just lay it super flat. Make sure you have a sharp knife. And then just go ahead and cut out that white part. All right, so next you just want to take these and stack them up, not too high, and then we'll just go ahead and chop them up. First, cut them in little strips. We'll turn them around and we'll just chop them up. All right, so there's our tangerine zest. All right guys, again, while our dough's proofing, let's go ahead and get our icing going. We have 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, unsalted, and then I told you to save those tangerines, remember? Just go ahead and juice those, and then maybe about a couple tablespoons worth of tangerine juice, and then 2 tablespoons of full fat milk. So we'll go ahead and mix these up to make the icing. All right, so in with our powdered sugar. We'll go ahead and mix in our melted butter, 2 tablespoons, our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and our 2 tablespoons of milk. You can also use 4 tablespoons of this if you don't want to use the tangerine juice. I just find that it gives it just that little extra flavor with the icing. Then right where I can see we're a little bit on the firm side, so I'm just going to add just a little bit of the tangerine juice at a time. Right, it's getting there. So add just a little bit more tangerine juice just to loosen it up. You can have it as thick or as thin as you like. I like it kind of in between. We'll go ahead and just add all that tangerine juice. That was about 3 tablespoons, I believe, of tangerine juice. All right, there we go. And then lastly, we're going to want to take another tangerine, and this one you actually want to use the zest in. We use the peel for inside of the rolls, And then this one, you just want to use some of the zest. Make sure you zest it over this so it gets those essential oils inside the icing. This should be good room temp for a few days. If you don't use it, go ahead and put it in the fridge because it does have dairy in it. And then you also, you have the tangerine juice, so you don't want it to spoil, but a couple days room temp should be fine. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out these beautiful rolls. Time has come. We let this proof for about an hour, doubled in size. Plop that down. You don't need a lot of flour. I just do a little bit just to dust it. And we'll just go ahead and flip that around. You want to try to get it into a rectangle as much as possible. Make sure that you're getting some air under there. All right, so next step, take a little bit of this delicious kumquat marmalade, and you just want to do a thin layer of this. You don't want to get it too messy. Thin layer of this. See what I mean? Just do a thin layer, because when you roll these, you'll see it'll get, if you have too much, it'll just ooze out and it will be pointless. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that. And then next, remember our tangerine peel? Go ahead and sprinkle that on. All right. And then lastly, I have some cinnamon sugar. What I did here was a cup of sugar, a cup of brown sugar, and then a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. So we'll just go ahead and sprinkle that on, kind of a cross between a cinnamon roll and a kumquat roll. It'll have just layers of flavor. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to roll this in thirds. So go ahead and pick this part up. Roll that. So we can go ahead and just cut off the sides. We can use those as well. They'll just be a little different. So then you want to cut these about see what I mean by not putting too much of the marmalade, because it'll already kind of ooze out. You want to go ahead and make 2 more cuts. Just want to bring these in, grate them up. Take the top and just roll it over, just like that. It's a little messy, but well worth it, trust me. So go ahead and finish these up. Do the braid. Take the top and then just roll it over. All right, guys, there we have it. We're gonna go ahead and proof these for probably about another 45 minutes, and then we will bake them at 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Go ahead and wrap them up. Just a light wrap. You don't want to mess up that beautiful marmalade you have on there. All right, guys, so next up, we let this rest and proof for about 45 minutes. You want to carefully take off the plastic wrap. We'll just take a little egg wash. This is 1 egg and about 2 tablespoons of milk. Get yourself a little brush, and then we'll just lightly, you don't gotta go crazy with it, just a nice little egg wash on top. And this will just give it a nice little sheen, nice little crust. You wanna be careful not to wash off that marmalade too, so just go nice and light with it. All right, guys, so we got this all on. Next up, we're going in the oven for at least 12 minutes. We'll check them after 12 minutes and see how they look. Might need a little bit more time, but we'll set the time for 12 minutes. All right, guys, there's our timer. I started out with 12 minutes and then ended up adding another 5 minutes and another 3 minutes. So depending on how your oven is, I would start still with 12 because some are a little bit more powerful than others, obviously. So just start with 12 and you can kind of see how far you want to go with it. So let's go ahead and open it up, the big reveal. Oh man, look at those babies. Tell me those don't look absolutely delicious. So guys, that's the video. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and break this open for you. Oh, look at all that steam deliciousness. So good. Oh, let's give it a taste. Chef's kiss on this. You guys are planning on making anything else tomorrow, you might as well sleep in, because this is it. This is it. This is it. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, so that's the video. Again, thanks for joining me. If you can, please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell so you can see when I'm making new content. And guys, you have to try this recipe. As always, thanks again for joining me, and we're out. Oh!